Hello viewers, in this short vlog we're going to discuss a bit about what has happened in this ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon. What factors actually led to this ceasefire and whether this ceasefire will persist in the future. I think this is probably a lull before the storm or a cessation in the hostilities. Why do I think that? Because number one, IDF, who has been extremely exhausted in the last year or so due to continuous military operations in Gaza and now in the South Lebanon after going after the Lebanese resistance. They have been completely exhausted. The reports suggest, although reports are not verified, that the hostilities that the IDF have suffered ranges in thousands. That means not only there is a exhaustion factor, but there is a manpower factor which led to this ceasefire as far as the Israeli side is concerned. Then the second major player in this ceasefire is the Lebanese resistance. Lebanese resistance, I'm afraid, has taken a significant toll in this war, in the last 2 months of war. Reports suggest that over 4,000 fighters have been killed, have been either wounded severely, and they cannot take part in the war. Also, the decapitation of the Lebanese resistance, the whole political and military leadership of the Lebanese resistance was eliminated by IDF. And thirdly, Iran, who has been severely attacked by the IDF, by the US and by other Western powers. Their leadership, especially their head of the state, was killed in a very mysterious circumstances. Their foreign minister, Zawahiri, had been killed in a very mysterious circumstances. And then Iran also has faced a lot of economic and political setbacks in the last few months. Its link with the Lebanese resistance has been severely weakened, and there is an economic downturn, if not chaos, happening in Iran. Its currency has lost value, and there is a significant, shrinking of the economy that we have seen. Was reading, I think New York Times reports that there is an energy shortage in the winter. I mean, that was a shocker to me. Iran, being a prolific gas producer, prolific oil producer, having energy shortage means that things are either not very well managed, or there is a rampant corruption and there is an inefficient development of these resources. So Iran, being war weary, having suffered severe setbacks militarily, politically and economically, had to basically go for this breather of this ceasefire. And finally, there is the Biden administration and its legacy. I think Biden, having a disastrous 4 year in the office, wanted to have some kind of accolades from which he can leave the White House with some kind of trophy. So that ceasefire will probably provide him that last ditch trophy which he very hardly needed in this 4 years of disastrous legacy of his presidency. So all the factors actually led to this ceasefire. All the major players wanted this ceasefire. They wanted a breather. They wanted to recalibrate their thoughts, and they wanted to make sure they lick their wounds, and then they probably regather their resources, their troops, and maybe live to fight for another day. That's my take on this ceasefire deal. I think it's a very temporary phenomena which could be revoked before the 60-day ceasefire, the technical limit of this ceasefire.